We're off with the first ever meeting between the Saints of St Stephen and St Agnes School and the Highlanders of Lake Highland Prep. St Stephen St Agnes is from Alexandria, Virginia, and this game is being played at the Lake Highland home field in downtown Orlando, Florida. As you can see, St Stephen won the first draw, and there's a pass quickly into number 50, Christina Cavallo, who's going to get an 8-meter due to shooting space. That pass was from number 23, Rita Peterson. Here we go, Cavallo for her 8-meter shot. That might have been deflected a little bit by number 18, Regan Alexander.
Number 4, Regan Alexander.
And as you heard, Regan Alexander made the easy save. Regan tries to get the ball to Jackie Norsworthy, throws it a little bit over Jackie Norsworthy's head. Jackie runs it down and scoops the ground ball. Rita Peterson on the chase, and you can hear Lake Highland calling a play in the background. Number 21 is Olivia Adamson. She gets the ball over to Casey Richborg. Casey's a 7th grader. Casey gets the ball to senior Marissa Ferris, who's going to try a drive here. This is closed down for the moment. And Ferris continues right. Gets the ball off to Ainsley Thurston. Ainsley drives and just kind of dinks it in. First goal for Lake Highland.
Lake Highland goal, number 18.
So that was number 8, Kennon Moon on the draw against Ashley Thurston, number 1 for Lake Highland. Ball's being kicked around. Jackie Norsworthy comes up with the draw control and gets it off to Sarah Picorni. Picorni gives the ball to Adamson, who swings it back over to Casey Richborg. Richborg into Ashley Thurston, who shoots wide. And Adamson runs it down. Adamson retains possession. Adamson slowly behind the goal. Now looks to feed in front. Adamson goes one-on-one and puts in the goal.
And goal number 21, Olivia Adamson.
Looks like Adamson got pushed into the circle there, so the goal still stands. Kennon Moon on the draw for the Saints, but Jackie Norsworthy comes up with the ball. That pass gets away from Ashley Thurston. And here come the Saints with the ball. And Kennon Moon with the ball, gets the ball up to Rita Peterson. Rita Peterson is fouled by number 14, Riley Alexander. You may have heard the goalie's name, Regan Alexander. They are twins, both headed to Ohio State. And I think Regan Alexander got a piece of that. That's Sophia Patino on the ground ball. Sophia Patino throws it over to Kate Hamlin, who misjudges it. Kate Hamlin now picks up the ball, and off she goes. There's Regan Alexander back to Sarah Picorni. Well, that's a pretty hard foul. Fouls on Izzy D'Antonio, and off goes Picorni. Go back to Casey Richborg. Richborg being guarded by Kate Howard. And here's Marissa Ferris getting guarded by Kennon Moon. Kennon Moon goes for a check. Misses. Marissa Ferris shoots, but there's a save. The save was by goalie Emma Bradley. Here comes Kennon Moon down the ball. It's picked up by Isabel Elzarki. Moon gets the shot off. The pass off. As you can see, it was shooting space. This time, Regan Alexander makes the save on
Goalie save, number 4, Regan Alexander.
that shot by Christina Cavallo. The refs made a call here. It looks like she's saying that either that one of the Lake Highland players was either in the circle or had a cover with the ball still outside of the circle. It's unclear exactly which call was made, but here we have Izzy D'Antonio with the ball. Rolls the circle right, gets it under Regan Alexander for the Saints' first goal. Again, Kennon Moon and Ashley Thurston for the draw. Saints win this one. They get the hands into Cavallo, over to Moon. Mira Majure had the ball for a little while. Now back out to Moon. Now back out to Peterson. Cavallo swings it out front. Give and go gets it back. Takes a shot, and it's in. Game's now tied at 2-2. Looked like one of the draw control people took a little early movement. Are they allowed play to continue? Rita Peterson ends up with the draw control. On a violation by someone at Lake Highland. Unclear who it was. Maybe Marissa Ferris, number 20. It's Mira Majure again. Gets the ball off. Back over to Cavallo. Back to Peterson. To Moon and then to Burnett. And around the horn they go. Now a little double team action coming from Isabella Zarki and Sophia Patino out front, and there's shooting space. So we're here of Alex Burnett with the 8-meter. And their false start. That was Sarah Kohler, the defender for Lake Highland, who now has the ball. Gets it out to Riley Alexander. Riley Alexander headed to Ohio State, moving quickly down the field, as is her twin sister, the goalie, Regan Alexander, both headed to Ohio State. Over to Ferris, over to Richbourg. Richbourg gets it behind to Olivia Adamson. Adamson's on her way to Syracuse. Now in an attack, you see number 11, Mary Sosby, is on her way to High Point. Ball goes back out front to Marissa Ferris. She's signed with Rollins College. Back out to Sosby. Sosby gets it back out to Adamson, who slows it down for a bit. Coach Chris Robinson, that you hear giving instructions to Lake Highland in the background. The Saints are coached by Kathy Jenkins. Adamson still with the ball. Now getting double team, gets it checked out, picks it back up. Ashley Thurston, the younger sister of Ainsley Thurston, gets that checked out. Ainsley Thurston with the ground ball. Now Lake Highland trying to settle it down again. Sound like getting the run of play. Gets it back to Adamson behind the goal. Adamson back out to Sosby. Sosby spins. Gets a double team, gets a shot off, saved off the post, and Sosby scoops it in. Give Lake Highland a 3-2 lead. As you saw, we're about 10 minutes into the first period. 15-12 to go. They're fighting for the ground ball. It's Moon. Jackie Norsworthy's in there. Ashley Thurston kicks it out and scoops it up. And the Highlanders will set up again. Currently 3-2 Highlanders. About 15 minutes to go in the first half. A beautiful March afternoon here in Central Florida. Richburg makes a couple moves, gets it off to Jackie Norsworthy. Jackie Norsworthy headed to Florida. Kennon Moon marking her. Now Adamson down low. Off to Ainsley Thurston. Ainsley Thurston headed to Duke. Gets it checked out, but a foul, it looks like, called on Peterson. Yep, sphere violation. And now Ainsley Thurston will set up right-handed for an 8-meter right in front. And Ainsley uses her body to shield off the defenders. 4-2 Highlanders, a very nice goal there. Just kind of created space for herself and dumped it in the back of the net. Jackie Norsworthy again comes up with the draw control. Gets it back to Sosby, down low to Richburg. Richburg to Adamson. Adamson to Sarah Picorni. Ainsley Thurston spins, gets down a beautiful shot, and the ambidextrous Thurston.
Number 18, Ainsley Thurston.
Gives the Highlanders a 5-2 lead. 13:23 to go in the first half. Ashley Thurston still on the draw for Highlanders. It looks like the Saints have made a bit of a change at the moment. Number 11 was Nicole Cruthirds. And after a scramble, it looks like he got knocked out. It looks like Moon will control it for the Saints. Yes, marked now by Jackie Norsworthy. And after that little foul call, we're back in action. Looks like Sophia Patino is going out for any double team. She gets her stick on the ball, trips. Majure comes out of a crowd with it. And now we're going to have an 8-meter taken by Izzy D'Antonio off the post. And since that's going out of bounds, the Saints will retain possession. They were closest to the ball when the ball went out of bounds. That's how it works in lacrosse on a shot. Number 5 there was Cate Bradley. Ooh, Norsworthy makes a check. It looked like possibly could have been a legal one there, but we're going to get it with an 8-meter. Probably a sphere violation. I didn't see the actual call. And we have Christina Cavallo again with an 8-meter opportunity. Pretty clever little pass. Over to number 21, Mira Majure, who puts it in. So nice assist for Cavallo. Goal for Majure. And here Ashley Thurston comes up with the draw again. So Highlanders get possession. Swings it off to freshman Cate Hanlon, who's now taking it straight to goal. Still going to goal. Gets checked at. Looks like a hold. So now Cate Hanlon is going to have an opportunity for an 8-meter herself. Defenders don't do that. The hold that was on Hadley Boston was the defender on the play. And Hanlon gets stopped. Shot a little high. And then it's inside the circle, so St. Stephen will retain possession, and off they go.
That's a goalie save for number 48, Mira Bradley.
Out to Peterson, who runs it down the field, marked closely by Picorni. They have to stop at the 30. That's the restraining line here, as it is in most places where they play lacrosse on the football field. We have Grace Gibson in now for the Highlanders on defense, number 5. Sarah Kohler is number 10, as we mentioned before. And Riley Alexander, 14. So now the Saints are going to set up for a bit. Maybe try to get some space and get another goal to bring reduce the deficit. Cut it down to 1. Now we're seeing some cuts and some action. That was Cavallo cutting through, trying to clear space. Now they're bundling up on the circle. Down their goal line extended. Peterson's out front. Back to Moon. Another feed in front. Shot by Cavallo and saved by Regan Alexander. Another ground ball by Jackie Norsworthy. Quick outlet to Riley Alexander. Now Riley finds the open space in the middle. Let's see how she runs the break. And they slow it down. St. Stephen's recovered nicely. Look at that goalie jump out front. Casey Richburg, again a 7th grader. And as the train goes by in the background, let's see what the call is. Maybe a 3-second, yes. Feed out to Ferris. Pass didn't connect, but Ainsley Thurston picks it up. Ferris cuts through. Ainsley Thurston just drives. No one really slows her down.
Number 18, Ainsley Thurston.
So the Duke signee scores the Highlanders' 6th goal. I believe that's already 3 on the day for her. Now her sister Ashley is back on the draw. Kennon Moon is back on the draw as well. And this one looks like it's going to go, and it does, to Ainsley Thurston. Pushes it down the right side. Richburg ran a little bit up, didn't really threaten too much. Here now we have Ashley Thurston with the ball out front. Not a lot of movement. Lake Highland appears to be setting something up. Let's see what they get going. Ashley's just going to take it, put it in. Well, Ashley Thurston with the goal. Nice move.
Lake Highland goal, number 1.
Highlanders cleared some space on that last goal, and Ashley took the lane that was left behind by defenders following cutters. That's a pretty classic formula for a goal in women's and girls lacrosse. So we're back to Ashley Thurston and Kennon Moon on the draw. I think Ashley tracked that one really well. I'm not sure Kennon saw it, and Ashley gets the ball to Sarah Picorni. Getting the Highlanders being a little bit deliberate here, setting up. Saints are in good position. So the rotation, the ball off to Jackie Norsworthy. Norsworthy quickly to Adamson. Adamson pump fakes and goes in, triple teamed. Back up to Ashley Thurston. And it looks like we had 3 seconds. Number 17 is again Cate Coward. Adamson threatens behind the back, turns lefty, shoots, gets off a nice left shot, beautiful save. It's a pretty hard shot by Adamson. And after the ball's bounced around a little bit, Adamson comes up with it, and they'll reset. The Highlanders still leading here. Again, being quite deliberate. Jackie Norsworthy with the... Well, there it is. Jackie Norsworthy drive down the middle.
Lake Highland goal, number 16, Jackie Norsworthy.
Jackie Norsworthy, a junior, headed to the University of Florida. Looks like we're back to Moon and Ashley Thurston on the draw. This time Moon gets there first. The ball's on the ground. Moon looked like there she's first again. Looks like a bit of an empty, but Ashley picks it up anyway. So Ashley Thurston runs down the side, marked closely by Rita Peterson. And the Highlanders again will be a bit deliberate and set up. Both these teams have played quite a few games over the last couple of days. So I'm not surprised that they might be slowing it down and not fast breaking every time down the field this afternoon. It's been a bit of a festival here with teams from the Maryland and DC area here in Central Florida to play some of Florida's top teams. The Saints come into the game with a record of 5-0. Adamson rolls. Gets marked. There's a save. Shot and save. Ainsley Thurston with the ground ball. Highlander retained possession. She gets it off to her sister Ashley up front. Ashley Thurston doing right. See Adamson sneaking open and is that another 3-second call? I didn't see that over there. Ashley Thurston will have possession indirect outside the 8-meter and then passes it off to Adamson and gets it quickly to Richburg. Richburg to Norsworthy. Up, fake, and another fake, and there we go.
Lake Highland goal, number 16, Jackie Norsworthy.
So there, Jackie Norsworthy beat a couple of the defenders for the Saints on that nice drive and shot to the goal. So Ashley Thurston again took control of that draw. Highlanders doing very well on the draw in this game. They had a couple of nights ago defeated Glenelg Country School out of Howard County, Maryland. But the draw was a problem for the Highlanders that night. So I think they've gone and done some work to improve that aspect of the game. Adamson with the ball behind, back over to Richburg. The two low attackers. Over to Norsworthy. Norsworthy was marked, and now Ferris is marked by number 49, Simone Holland. Ferris carrying the ball down to the corner and gets it off to Rich Borg. Now the ball swings over to Adamson and to Ainsley Thurston. They're leaving Ainsley some space and takes a couple steps in. Ainsley Thurston has one of the bigger shots of all the players in the state of Florida. Shoot the ball, mid-70s to 80 miles an hour. So when she gets off a hard shot like that, it's very difficult to stop. Way up, Moon wins that draw, gets it. Peterson gets the draw control, and off we go. Peterson and Burnett kind of going back and forth. Moon's now taking a position up top as well. You have Kate Hamlin defending number 5. That's Cate Bradley, number 5, and Rita Peterson, Jackie Norsworthy up front. And now we have Tate Piercy.
2 minutes left in the game.
Number 24.
That's 2 minutes left.
And I didn't see who got that goal. But obviously, left alone in front is never a good thing. Jackie Norsworthy comes up with that ground ball, again between Thurston and Moon. Jackie gets it off to Riley Alexander. There's a swipe, but no call, or play on, really. You see the girls from Florida wearing helmets. That's something that's required by the Florida High School Athletic Association for all teams playing in Florida. Relatively new down here. It's the only state in the country where that's required for girls to cross. That's why all the players are doing that. Pocorni drives and gets fouled by Burnett, so Pocorni now has an 8 meter. Well, just outside the 8, it looks like. So she shuttles it over to Adamson. And Lake Highland is being patient and yet leaving a lot of space in the middle for potential cutters. And when they back up, Adamson swings one with the left hand. And so good hustle there by number 15. Both number 15s, but this time 15 for the Saints, was closest to the ball when the ball went out of bounds. So the Saints will have possession. The goalie will get the ball. It's in Bradley with the goalie. So again, Peterson with the ball, chased by Ashley Thurston, tripped by Ashley Thurston. And that looks like that's going to be another 8 meter. Number 15, by the way, was Emily Mueller, the defender, who made the hustle back on the other side. Peterson this time goes underneath the check attempt and puts it in the back of the net. However, that only closes the deficit to 10-5. Lake Highland's still up. And Ashley Thurston wins another draw. This one to herself. It's getting chased and checked out. Beautiful hustle there. Let's see who gets into this one. What do we call? Probably an empty. So Peterson will retain the ball. I couldn't see whether they call that an empty check or a cover, but I'm going to guess it was an empty check. There's Adamson marking, and there's a check. Ball's down. No one sees it. Peterson picks it back up. Kate Hanlon knocks that ball down. Ainsley Thurston finally comes up with it. A couple swipes. Play on, says the referee, and here we go with Sarah Pocorni coming down the right side. And that's the end of the first half. Lake Highland leads 10-5. Now we're at the beginning of the second half. Ball didn't go high enough, so they're going to redraw. Not sure Moon really went up on that one. Maybe she got caught off guard. But either way, we're doing it again. Here we go, and this time senior Ainsley Thurston comes up with the draw control. Off to Marissa Ferris. Marissa gets it in front to Jackie Norsworthy. Jackie Norsworthy is going to hold the ball for a little bit, see what setup can occur. Swings it over to Marissa Ferris. Ferris down to Casey Richburg. Casey Richburg gets it back out front to Jackie Norsworthy. Jackie loses possession. May have been bailed out a little bit there. Foul called, and here's Norsworthy with an 8 meter. He's very good at those, and the All-American puts in another goal.
Lake Highland goal, number 6.
So that's 11-5, Lake Highland. Moon again gets probably control of that, but Ainsley Thurston comes up with it, and the Highlanders have possession again over to Adamson. Adamson going down to take her spot in the lower right. The Saints are, playing pretty far out. It looks like Lake Highland here is looking to run the clock a little bit. Saints are not pressuring at the moment. Here comes Picorni. Now Norsworthy has it out top. And, nice defense there. Pretty incidental contact. Norsworthy swings it over Marissa Ferris. The Saints are coming out and starting to apply some pressure at this point. Ferris comes in, gets a shot off, save. So again, that's Emma Bradley with another nice save.
Goalie save for the Saints, number 48, Emma Bradley.
And obviously, there's some people here who think that was a good check, but foul was called. That was a foul. I don't think anyone would question that one. So Simone Holland will retain possession. She's running a little bit toward the sidelines, but okay. Marked by Ferris. Ferris is a little bit past the line for an attacker. Probably someone stayed back. And now we have Thurston knocks it out of bounds. So beautiful caused turnover there by Ashley Thurston. Gets it back to Regan Alexander. This is Regan Alexander is excellent at this part of the game, playing the whole field, defending as well as a little bit of a high pass there off one stick, but picked up by Picorni. Picorni has a lane. What's she going to do with it? She's going to pull it back. I think Lake Highland is still focused on using some clock, being patient to get against this very talented team. Try to hit Jackie Norsworthy on a cut. Pass was off a little bit, but Highlanders retain possession, get it back to Richburg, and then get it down to Adamson. Picorni cuts through, clears some space. Adamson rolls, keeps the space. And there we go. With that much space.
Lake Highland draw, number 21, Olivia.
A player as talented as Olivia Adamson with that much space will be a goal many, many times. Here we go. Ball's again on the ground. Then see Ainsley Thurston comes up with the draw control, gets it up front to Casey Richburg. Nobody covering. Tries a little shovel shot there. Saved beautifully. Again by Emma Bradley. Now scuffle for the ball. Adamson's down there. Norsworthy's down there. And Norsworthy causes the turnover. Adamson will bring the ball in. I guess they didn't like where she started, though. Nice check by Norsworthy. Adamson now what? Looks like, oh yeah, offside, so I can count now. So Saints were offsides. The clock had inadvertently stopped for just a moment, so it's now running, and all is well. Richburg didn't make a hard move there to see if she could get something going. Now she's going to cut through, create some space for Marissa Ferris. Here comes the double team, back out to Jackie Norsworthy. Well, that was a pretty good check attempt, but unfortunately the push, pretty clear push by Nicole Cruthirds is going to give Jackie Norsworthy the ball just outside the 8. Shooting space now. So that goal was disallowed, and Norsworthy will have the ball in the center on an official 8-meter. And that was not her best shot. Easy save for the goalie. Another save for Bradley. Now pressured by Alexander. Bradley's out of the circle, so here we go. She's in the field player. Passes a little high. Picorni has a shot at it. But at the end of the day, number 50, Christina Cavallo, comes up with it. Now we're getting the defense set up. Moon goes in, gets a pass off to Cavallo's shooting space on either Kate Hamlin or Riley Alexander. And now we're going to have an 8-meter by Cavallo from right in front. She decides not to go for it, gets a pass off. There's a shot. And I guess there was a foul by Patino on that shot, so off we go. A lot of people coming through, and wow. In that confusion, number 5 was left open. That's Cate Bradley, and she just puts it right past Regan Alexander. So the Saints inch a little bit closer. And Ashley Thurston comes up with this draw control. Sphere violation, and off we go to Jackie Norsworthy. Off to Thurston, who then now got it off to Picorni. Picorni with the ball, again setting up. The Highlanders creating a lot of space, a lot of lanes that are open. The Saints are playing man to mark them here. Again, Adamson looking for an opportunity to drive into that space. Off to Ashley Thurston. She and her sister Ainsley cross paths. Down low to Richburg. Richburg gets it back to Adamson, who's going to set up and take her time. Down low. Couple cut through. They're going to take their defenders with them. Here comes the double team. And there's a pass to Norsworthy. Norsworthy got behind the double team in the defense on a quick cut. Beautiful pass.
Number 16, Jackie North.
Beautiful pass by Adamson. Assist to Adamson there. And the Highlanders increased their lead. Moon comes up with that to draw control. Foul on Norsworthy as she tries to check that out. We got wide open. And there we go. Izzy D'Antonio with the feed from number 11, Nicole Cruthirds. And that ball didn't make it above the shoulders, so they'll redo it. Another draw control contested and on the ground, still on the ground. And this one ends up with Cavallo. Tate Pearcey, number 24 for the Highlanders, a freshman, guarding Cavallo. And I think they called out front earlier. This delayed penalty call with the yellow flag up. Oh, bounce shot. Interesting. So an unassisted goal for Cavallo on that one. Shot looked like it fooled Regan Alexander just a little bit, but Highlanders still have a big lead. Draws up. Here we go to Ainsley Thurston. Ooh, I thought she was going to have control. Jackie Norsworthy ends up getting the draw control on that one. The ball bounced around a little bit. Now back into the steady hand of Olivia Adamson, who's going to set up down on the low right. As I said, a number of teams, you can see some beginning to warm up in the background. A number of teams from around the country are in Orlando this weekend. to play, top competition. And off we go. Here we go. There's some action happening. The Saints send a double team. Picorni breaks it, gets it off to Ridgeborg, who is able to avoid having that pass stolen right in front of her. Gets it out to Ferris out front. Ferris back out to Ashley Thurston. Now Saints are pressuring all over. It's a time of the game where they need to get the ball back. You hear Coach Robinson in the background saying, "Pull it back out." And there we have her. She gets past the defense, but when the help comes, she just turns around and goes back. Resets up.
Be ready, be ready. Who's open?
Here comes the double. Adamson keeps the space over to Ferris. Ferris gets, yep. And that's a close call on shooting space there. I can understand the frustration on the defender spot. I'm going to guess this is going to be a pull-it, given what Coach Robinson just requested. So Ferris comes back out front. Back down the middle. And takes it herself.
Lake Highland goal for number 20, Marissa Ferris.
So as you can see with 12-12 left, the Highlanders have a 6-goal lead, 14-8. And we're going to redo this draw. Peterson comes up with this one. Moon is the target. That pass gets away from Moon, and here comes Riley Alexander. A little bit of a push there. They'll play on. So take a swipe. And yeah. Point of emphasis anyway has been some of these swipes around the restraining lines as they come over. So you don't have to make contact for that to be a yellow card. Bit unfortunate there for D'Antonio. But in women's and girls lacrosse, they're really starting to emphasize, staying away from the head, again, especially near and around the restraining line. So we have offsides because instead of 7 plus the goalie, now they can only have 6 plus goalie during the 2-minute penalty. Adamson draws the double team, but evades it pretty easily. Gets it back out to Picorni. Now back out to Norsworthy. Norsworthy over to Ashley Thurston. Again, a sophomore, 2 years younger than her senior sister, Ainsley Thurston. And, a nice try, but it was a push. So Picorni got the tougher end of that one, but now she'll be rewarded with an 8-meter opportunity. And as she takes it, pretty easily, there's a save at first, but then Ainsley Thurston picks the rebound out of the air. So Ainsley Thurston gets yet another goal. I've lost track whether that's 5 or 6 for her so far. Moon gets that draw control. Jackie Norsworthy loses her footing. But the Saints have the ball. Haven't called too many defenders' names for Lake Highland. It seems like the Highlanders have had a lot of possessions here in the second half. That was back to senior Sophia Patino. Sophia Patino, number 28 down there, was the captain of the state championship cheerleading team for Lake Highland this year. Saints are just swinging around the outside, content not to pressure quite yet, but waiting out the penalty is the reason. Moon gets it down to Majure. Now we're going to start seeing some more movement and some more urgency from the Saints. Peterson on Norsworthy. And I think Norsworthy fouled her there trying to get a check at the end. Beautiful save there by Regan Alexander on that 8-meter attempt.
Save number 4.
D'Antonio doesn't quite come up with it, and Jackie Norsworthy gets the ground ball. I've lost track of the number of times I've said that today. Gets it back to Regan Alexander. Regan across field to Isabella Elzarki, who will be going to Hartford. And they were getting empty. You're not allowed to check a player's stick before that player has control of the ball. So Holland guilty of that to empty, and now Ferris brings it into the offensive end for the Highlanders. Ferris to McCorney, and then back over to Ainsley Thurston. Ainsley drives. I thought they might call shooting space there. I don't know what they call. So that was either shooting space or a foul of a check inside the sphere. My guess is shooting space would be the correct call. Let's see what Ainsley Thurston does with it. Just dips down. And nice save by the goalie, but the hustle by Richborg allows the Highlanders to retain the ball. She got her boxed out, the Saints player there, and was closest to the ball when the ball went out of bounds. So now the Saints in the double team with Adamson. Yeah. As you heard the ref say, Peterson reached across the body there. Obvious call. So, and that's the epitome of shooting space right there. The Saints had two players just waiting at the 5-yard line, blocking the goal and the pass. So Norsworthy had no legal shot. And now Jackie Norsworthy with an 8-meter opportunity. Saved again. This time by number 44. It looks like Ashley West is the goalie. That's the second save that I've seen her make.
Goalie save number 44, Ashley West.
Unfortunately, though, Ashley throws it away. And there we have Ainsley Thurston. Picks off that pass.
Lake Highland girl number 18.
So Ainsley Thurston there gets a trifecta. You get a cause turnover, a ground ball, and a goal within 1 or 2 seconds of each other, and her sister Ashley Thurston comes up with another draw control. And that check hit the arm, so again, a somewhat easy call. It was a nice try. I can't see which defender that is, but the you have to be in more control of your stick than that. If that had hit the stick, I think that check would have been fine. But again, came across the arms, and that was the nature of the foul. Margarine, spread it, margarine. There you go. That makes a lot of sense, right? Doing it right in front. Pokorny missed the shot, and there's Richburg backing it up again. So the Highlanders will still retain possession. And they get it in the hands of Adamson, who will now quarterback this play from familiar position down right. Here comes the double team. Get it out front to Norsworthy. Norsworthy back over to Ashley Thurston. Nice check attempt there. Number 10 is a senior, Caroline Burnett, applying excellent defensive pressure, but the Highlanders still retain the ball. Get it to Jackie Norsworthy out front. Weaves through 4 defenders. And puts it in.
Lake Highland goal number 16, Jackie.
Jackie Norsworthy makes it 17-8. Jackie Norsworthy is known for being able to drive to the goal. She's also a sprinter on the track team and uses that speed. Ainsley Thurston with control of the ball. Highlanders up 17-8. There's a push. Play on, says the referee. But this one, he's going to make them stop and set up. Lake Highland, as you heard, called a timeout. Now they'll reset up after the timeout. Ashley Thurston takes it by herself to the goal, unassisted.
Lake Highland goal for number 1.
They had switched back to Mira Bradley as the goalie. But Highlanders still got a goal now. Ainsley Thurston comes up with this ball. She's kind of by herself. It's 18-8. With the 10-goal lead now, the clock will run for the rest of the game unless the Saints can score and get the deficit back down. So now, if the ball goes out, if there's a stoppage of play, it'll only stop now for a yellow card. Other than that, the clock will run.
Two minutes left in the game.
So I would expect here the Highlanders to attempt to just run out this clock for 2 minutes, no shots, just retain possession, and that would be the end of it. Let's see if that's what happens. The Saints are trying to apply pressure to get the ball back, but the Highlanders are creating so much space that with both their feet and with throwing the ball, the ability to pass and catch, both teams have actually excellent ability to sharp skills. So I think both teams would do the same thing in this situation and do it well. That both teams should be able to play keep away with little trouble, even with the excellent defenders and the top athletes in speed. As I say that, Picorni almost threw that one into the hands of the Saints, but it comes back out to the Thurston sisters. They go back and forth a couple times. Bounce pass from Ainsley Thurston over to Jackie Norsworthy, back to Ferris. Ferris can run too, so she could run this clock out. The Saints have pulled their goalie, but, well, now they just came out to double team. But either way, I don't expect Lake Highland to shoot at this point. So here we are for the countdown. Again, the score is 18-8. Lake Highland Highlanders, the 10-goal lead over the Saints from St Stephen St Agnes School in Alexandria, Virginia. Oops, and as I may have jinxed them. Oh, they did keep it in. D'Antonio did pick up that ball and then throws it away. Trying a quick pass, trying to do something. The clock runs out anyway. And that's the final, Lake Highland.
Afternoon, St Stephen St Agnes School Saints 8, Lake Highland Lady Highlanders 18.
I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Congratulations.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming out this afternoon.